Hey guys, welcome back. This is Chosen Architect, and today we are going to be getting ourselves upgraded with thermal and also, that's right, getting ourselves an advanced jetpack. So, I hope you guys are ready. So at this point, guys, we have so much essence built up that I want to find something to do with it. Right now I'm using it to spawn mobs, but we don't always need all the mob drops. We can actually utilize it for some other things, such as enchanting things. And that's what I really want to work on. So, Industrial Foregoing has a really in-depth enchanting system that is absolutely amazing. But first, let's get started with the enchantment factory. This is the bad boy, the early game thing that we're going to need to just start enchanting things. And it should be pretty simple to do. Let's see, how many gears do we actually have? I'll make a few 10 gears. So we're going to need a few of these things. Let's go ahead and make a bunch of frames. There we go. Okay, so here's our factory, enchantment factory. Now this is going to receive some fluid from over here. I might as well just pull it directly out, and then we can add some stuff to the side. This is also going to need some power. So what I'm going to do is dig out. We're going to put some power down there. Let's go ahead and get some power lines. We only need a few hardened flux ducts. And that will get some power running. Perfect. And you can see we have some essence building up inside here. Perfect. That won't leave. That'll stop leaving experience all over the ground. Let's turn this thing off for right now. It is pretty loud. Alright. So with that being done, all we're going to do is basically throw some books in here. And if we throw some books in this slot, it should start enchanting them automatically for us. You see right here, it's only taking one book at a time, so we'll need some way to throw the books in there. And what better way to do that than such as a hopper? I mean, a hopper is a super easy way. So let's go ahead and make a hopper. Of course, we can use chests later on, but I think this is going to be a good way. So we have a hopper putting stuff in. And I guess we need to pull out these books. So an item duct with a servo would be nice. Just to kind of put these enchantments in a chest. So where, let's see, what kind of chest do we have? Normal chest. Let's make let's upgrade this chest. We're already using a diamond chest, so might as well upgrade this thing to a large chest. And then we'll place it, right here. I think that's fine. Item duct. And make sure we have our channels set in a very specific order. Now, I'm going to have another pipe that's going to be pulling from this tank. So keep that in mind. But let's go ahead and get this set up here. Alright, so the output. We want every side but the left to be disabled. And on the top, we want all of this to be disabled. Perfect. And now we should be able to put that servo on here. And it should automatically start pulling those enchantments out. And on top, we can throw our books in. And it should automatically throw our books in. Right? Output from the left. And you can see we're starting to get our enchantments. Yeah, that's a good way to get automated enchantments going. Now, what we can do is, I don't know, maybe move this hopper. Maybe let's not have a hopper. We can do something else later on instead of doing that, because we really need to get the fluid pumping into here. Maybe since we have this going right now, we can put another servo in here. Just to drain the tank. Because right now we have a lot of excess essence. And I really want to use it for some cool things, such as this. So, we'll also extract out of here. There we go. That'll work. That'll make sure these all get enchanted up. And that should fill it nice and easy there. Perfect. And we should start getting tons and tons of enchanted books. Now, there's something else we can do with those enchanted books. We can go back to Industrial Foregoing. And there's some more things. We have the enchantment extractor, enchantment applicator, enchantment factory, which we just made, and the enchantment sorter. Now, I wonder if the enchantment sorter does what I think it does. The only way to find out is to grab one of these books if they've all been utilized. Ooh, that's mending. Protection, smashing. I'll take this book for right now. And we'll use that with another book. And pull that up. We're missing a diamond gear, which we're going to need a gold gear. A diamond gear. And then what we'll do is we'll put that enchanted book in here, and that will get us the enchantment sorter. I just want to place it on the wall real quick just to see exactly what this does. Okay, so we have the enchantment sorter, and what you can do with this thing, it's pretty neat. Say, it's kind of hard to use as an example, but assume we have 2 items that go into this from a mob farm, such as a bow. Say this is our bow, enchanted bow that we got, and this was a bow that's not enchanted. What you can do is have those items fed into here, and what it's going to do, it's going to go, okay, we know that one's enchanted. I think it kind of glitched out there, but it goes, that one's enchanted and that one's not, so it's going to split the non-enchanted items up inside the enchantment sorter, and then it'll give you 2 output slots, so you guys can set your sides and maybe void off the ones that aren't enchanted. So, there we go. That's what the enchantment sorter does. There's a couple of other machines that we need to make. The enchantment extractor is another pretty fancy machine. If you have a tool or weapon that you enchant, you can rip the enchants off of it. Same with the any book, I believe. And then the enchantment applicator is pretty awesome as well. Let's go ahead and make... It requires a lot of anvils, by the way. Let's go ahead and make a bunch of anvils. There we go. 3 anvils and a bunch of iron. The enchantment applicator is a beast of a machine. This thing can do some pretty crazy stuff. Let's go ahead and break this machine. Eventually we're going to clean this room up. Don't worry, believe me. I know I've gotten comments, people saying, your room is so messy in here. I'm going to fix it. I'm going to fix it for sure. I love how some spots in this pack like look super wet, like it's flooded. But anyways. Alright, so the enchantment applicator. This is going to require some more of that fluid essence. So it's probably going to be best that we place it near our essence. And that's why I was saying having like a fluid pipe would be nice over here. I'm assuming I guess I'll just place it here. This will be fine. That way we can get power to it. So the enchantment applicator. It is wet. I love the effect on here. Looks like raindrops are falling down my eyes. So this is going to fill up with some essence. And we're going to start having some cool things that we can do with this. We can enchant all kinds of stuff, but what I want to do is also utilize the other machine that I just made, the enchantment extractor. I don't think this requires, this just requires power, so we can leave it in here. Alright, so there's a specific book that I want to help me with this machine. You have our fortune add-on. I forgot to mention this last time, you have to actually have fortune on here, the actual enchantment, in order to get anything to happen. So do we actually have fortune in here? I don't know if we got it or not. It's a pretty rare one. Fuel efficiency, mending, spite, multi-shot. Like all of these enchants can be ripped off here. Efficiency. Look at that. There's efficiency 4. So yeah, what we can do is take some books, which I said we didn't have any paper. Let's see. We should totally have some sugar cane. And we should be able to make some books. And what we'll do is we'll throw the books in here. We'll put the enchantment stripper in here. And what it's going to do is going to rip the enchantments off of here. And you see, we ended up getting that efficiency right off of there. Off of that book. And we split it down into its parts. And that's really what you want to do with this. And then we can take our enchantment applicator and we'll put the item in that we want to enchant right here. And then we'll take the book that we want to enchant it with, put it in here, and there we go. We end up getting efficiency. Now we can throw these off because this technically only needs, or this doesn't need efficiency. What am I doing? This needs fortune. So, we're looking for fortune. So, anyways, say we put that on there and it wasn't correct. Well, we should be able to strip this off, I believe. Oh, maybe not. Maybe it's a good thing we made all these things. Anyways, efficiency would be a thing that would be nice, but we're looking for fortune, not efficiency. Where is fortune? I don't know, I guess we're gonna have to throw some more books in here. And just let it do its thing. So yeah, I'm gonna end up making some more books. It doesn't take too long, especially since we're getting so much leather. We should be getting tons of leather in here through our furnace. But I'll be back once we get that done. So I believe I have the 2 enchants that I want, but I am going to need to strip a few. So in order to do that, I'll just grab a couple of books. That way I can split these enchantments up into their individual parts. Put the books in and take this one, which has Fortune 2 on it. And we should get Fortune 2 in return. There we go. So I'll take all those, and we have 2 Fortune 2 books. I can combine those together, and should be able to get Fortune 3. Nice. And now we have a Fortune 3 book. There is a way to duplicate these books using Bibliocraft. I will not be doing that since I have done it in the past. It is a pretty weird process to start doing it. But I'm not too worried. We're going to be able to get books so fast that, I mean, I'm going to have too many enchants anyways. And I really only want this enchant for one specific thing. So, let's actually do this. Let's go ahead and enchant this, and I'm going to need my Fortune add-ons. Awesome. So, what we can do is take our Fortune. We can do it in here. I would probably prefer to do it in here. So take my thing that I want to enchant, take the book that I want to enchant it with, and bam, we get the Fortune 3, which means we can throw the Fortune 3 in here. And you see, we just got 10 rotten flesh from that. We are going to be getting a higher output, a higher yield of our items now from here. So that is going to be pretty nice. Pretty nice to get that stuff. And yeah, it's all going to come from here. So let's take a look. I'm trying to think. As of right now, we're just building up all of our enchants based off of our current mob grinder. And upgrading our mob grinder wouldn't actually be too difficult, as we can get this thing to tier 5 pretty easy just by making another shard. So that is probably going to be something I do off camera and not going to worry about too much on camera work, because it is going to require me to pretty much just, you know, stand here and kill these guys with this thing off. Which I'll probably just put a slab up and just start punching them randomly until they die with the sword. But yeah, that's not too bad. Let's take a look at our bees over here. We do have some weird mutations going on. These guys are still producing pretty good. Look, we have a bunch of honeycombs. I do recommend taking your honeycombs and throwing them in here, and taking the honeycombs after you get them through the centrifuge. You'll get your honey drops. You're going to want to take those honey drops that you get from here, and you're going to put them in a squeezer, because you have a chance with some of that honey to get some propolis. Now, propolis you can only get a few different ways, this being one way to get it, the other to use a specific bee, and it's not that easy to get it from that bee. Silky propolis comes from a silky comb, which comes from a, is it a temporal bee? Tropical princess, yeah, tropical bee. And the tropical bee you usually find in jungles. And it also has an effect of poison, so it's a pretty dangerous bee in itself. But yeah, look at all these flowers. Remember how I said when you mix up, if you use a single flower, you can duplicate that flower a lot with these bees. If you use 2 types of flower, you'll probably see a duplication of both those types of flowers. And then if you use a bunch of different flowers, you can pretty much guarantee they're going to duplicate all those different flowers together, which is really, really awesome. And it's what I wanted to happen. So we have all these different dyes at our disposal at pretty much any time. Plus, it looks really, really pretty when you have it all done. So it's getting dark. Let's go ahead and sleep, and we'll get to work on something new. So as you can see, I've done some moving around, and I did clean this up a little bit, and sort of moved all my thermal stuff into here. Still a little dirt spot, but we'll get that fixed eventually. So what I have here is my pulverizer. I'm going to need to put a chest on top of the pulverizer and then link it up and get it all set up that way. All of this technically needs to be kind of, I don't know, reset in a way. But the main thing that I'm going to do today is get these guys, hopefully, to full upgrade. We're going to get that added, and it shouldn't take us too long. Let's go ahead and start that process. So what we're going to really need is to jump back into thermal. Since we haven't really touched on thermal in a while, it's fine. I could have done this a long time ago, but really just I've been kind of lollygagging getting other things done. So let's go ahead and make ourselves a magma crucible, right? We need, some nether brick, a couple of those. We need a machine frame, and we also need coils with some copper, not bronze, copper tubing, or copper gear. There we go. Man, these stone gears, these gears, they're gonna get to me. Wood. We got a ton of wood. We should have tons of sticks, right? It's like I gotta make these every now and then in order to get this done. There we go. Wood gears. Goodness, we shouldn't have to make these for a while. Stone gears. Perfect. Back to business. So yeah, a couple of copper gears because we're gonna have to make 2 machines. And so the magma crucible. Let's make a tin gear. Let's make sure we get the machine frame for this one ready. And we're also gonna need a fluid transposer. These 2 machines are going to be the fundamental upgrade machines, or the main machines used in our upgrade process for thermal expansion. So let's go ahead and place these guys down. On this side, I'm going to have a magma crucible here, and then my fluid transposer here. And just to make this a bit more efficient, we can go ahead and do this one more time. It literally takes nothing to make these machines. So might as well make a couple of them. So 2 tin gears and machine frames. I mean, it just feels so simple once you've done it the first time. And then 2 of these reception coils. So there's another magma crucible and another fluid transposer. And like I said, these will get placed side by side up here. I like to have 2 of them, and for good reason. You're going to want to do multiple fluids, and they're not that fast off the start. We can go ahead and get some kits, though. That might help. Let's see if we have enough material. So, first we're going to need 4 of these hardened upgrade kits. Then we're going to need 4 silver gears. And hopefully have enough for this. Perfect, we do. And augments. We should have enough for these augments. We'll need... That'll be 1, 2, 3, 4... 5, 6, 7, 8. So we need 8 of these augments. Perfect. That should make these guys relatively quick. I think we can even, on these kits, we can make ourselves a conversion kit like this. And we can do that for each machine. That way we only have to do this, only have to right click on it twice. I think I threw that in there, didn't I? There we go. Let's pull those out. So yeah, we'll take these conversion kits, right-click on them, and that instantly upgrades them. And then throw those in there. Now these guys are ready to go. Awesome. So, the first 2 things I want to make is Signalium and Lumium. So, for Signalium we need redstone. I'm actually just going to throw some redstone blocks in there. And then glowstone. I'm just going to throw some glowstone blocks in there. And we're going to go ahead and get those melted down. These are going to take a little bit of time, both, to get processed. So, yeah, just go ahead and let it do its thing. And then down here, what we'll do is we'll say, I'm going to input, auto, accept, and then output down below. Same for this. This is going to be the magma crucible. It's going to push out to the below. This is going to accept, so make sure this is on the orange. Make sure this is on the orange. Make sure this is pulling in. And that should start filling up the bottom section here. Alright, so now that that's done, we need to take a look at what it takes to make Lumium. Or any of those fluids, or any of those special materials in thermal. And let's just dive right into it. Where are you at? Right here. So, to make a Lumium ingot, it's pretty simple. All you need is some Lumium blend, and to get that we need pulverized tin and silver. Here's where that chest is going to come in handy. So, let's go ahead and take our chest, I want to actually make an iron chest. We need tin, right? Pulverized tin, which we have plenty of, I think. Silver. Silver we don't have any set aside, right? So that's for lumium, right? And for the signalium, we are going to need copper and silver. So, do we have enough copper? Ah, we do. I say we do. We just need to blend up some silver, it looks like. So what I can do is pulverize some silver. This will give me time to get this set up. We can get our chest placed. There we go. And we'll just disable our redstone furnace for right now. And what we're waiting on is this stuff. Perfect. Over here, we'll get a bucket. I guess we can make a bucket. Or make a few of them. 16 will be perfect. What I'll do is I'll just split these up. Did not mean to right click on there. But you can place them in there. What it'll do is it'll auto collect the material for you. And yeah, probably having a few of these ready will be good. So right here we have the destabilized redstone. Let's go ahead and pull out the glowstone, the energized glowstone. And this will help us make signalium and lumium. Now remember, signalium was copper and silver. So we're just waiting on our silver. And there's our pulverized silver. We'll throw that in here. And yeah, we have to put a bucket of redstone in there, I do believe. Let's take a look. Signalium blend. Oh, it's copper. Yeah, copper and pulverized silver. And destabilized redstone. I bet this is probably one of those things you have to do in a regular crafting table, maybe? I don't know. We'll see. Maybe. So let's remember, take this silver, and it's not accepting it. Even though technically it should. Let's try our lumium. That's pulverized tin. I'm not putting silver in, am I? Did I mess this up and not put... Oh, I bet I did. I bet I derped real hard then, didn't I? Let's see. Did I put silver in? I did. So yeah, we're just going to pull this out. There is a machine that'll automatically do this for you. I do believe there's a crafter that's actually built into thermal, which is really nice. So we have that, and now we have some of the signalium. Let's get some sand. And what we can do is over in our induction smelter, we can put some sand in with our signalium blend, and it'll start making ourselves signalium ingots. Now, let's get our craft on, and let's start doing some of the aluminum. Tin. And I left my silver over there, didn't I? Bummer. Let's grab our silver. Take that silver and tin. Combine it with the aluminum. Or the energized glowstone. And we're going to get ourselves a good amount of aluminum. Looky there. And this stuff is actually done the exact same way. There we go. That goes inside the induction smelter. And that will produce aluminum. Alright, so there is one other thing that I want to produce. I want to let all this get knocked down. And I want to collect all this. So let me grab all of these buckets. I'm going to go ahead and collect the rest of the buckets of glowstone and redstone, since they should produce about the same. And once the glowstone is run out, which it should here in a little bit, I'm going to see how many more buckets it can actually handle. Pulling out. I think that was perfect. That was just the right amount. And we're going to fill this thing up with ender pearls. So let's grab some ender pearls. 16 will get us a little bit. But we're going to have to let this turn into liquid enderium, or isn't it liquid enderium? Resonant Ender. I'm getting my mods mixed up. But we'll have some of that done. We have 24 aluminum and 24 signalium. That'll allow us to get some of these machines upgraded. But like I said, we really want more of the aluminum and stuff, because this is made for the aluminum gear, which is how you get your resonant upgrade kit. And we're also going to need some of this other stuff, which we're going to have to talk about here in a little bit. But for right now, we're just working on getting our main pieces done. So, let's go ahead and get a little bit of that. There's a Resonant Ender. Now, Resonant Ender is going to require lead and platinum. Fun stuff. Platinum, where are you at? I know I have some of you. So let's take some of this platinum. We're going to pulverize it down. And we should have some pulverized lead as well. Okay, we're going to have to make some. That'll be fine. That'll pulverize down real quick. The rest of this stuff is the tin, right? Tin and silver. For all this lumium. Look at all this lumium we got. So much. So now that we have the lead and our platinum, we can now make ourselves some Enderium Blend. And this is the pretty much the high tier metal that you can get from Thermal, which is what we'll use to upgrade all of our machines to the max. So I have a little bit more work to do. I'm going to drain all of the destabilized redstone, get us some more signalium, and then we're going to push on to try and get some of our machines upgraded more. So one of the few things you can make in this pack to allow you to travel a little bit is a jetpack. It's not going to provide too much power for you, and I don't think this armor is going to work very well with it, but we can take a look here. There are a couple different jetpacks we can make. I went ahead and made the electric jetpack. Eventually we will make the advanced flight jetpack. I was looking at the ingredients for this stuff. It actually doesn't seem too difficult to come by. Like making a... You know what? We might be able to get a little ways into this. What does this require? The lap back. Let's see. Yeah, it requires this, some lapis blocks. I mean, it doesn't actually require too much. Let's see, to get this, we need an advanced circuit. I mean, basically, it's this recipe. Gets you a lap pack. And that lap pack is going to require an advanced circuit and, of course, a diamond with an energy crystal. I mean, that's not too difficult. Let's get an advanced lap pack. We need this. We need... I've already made the energy boosters and glass fiber. Really? We pretty much have this thing. What are we missing? Oh my gosh. Well, never mind. We have an advanced advanced electric backpack. I thought the recipe was going to be a little bit more difficult. Anyways, another thing we can get ourselves is long fall boots. They will help us, they'll prevent fall damage for us. So if we take these two things off, we should be able to give ourselves flight, a little bit of flight. And yeah, you see energy levels at 0. We have no jetpack fuel right now. But what we can do is we can throw our jetpack in here, I thought. Does this require a specific type of charging? Does it require like a charger? I've actually never worked with this stuff, so I don't actually know. I should have a regular bat box. I hope it doesn't just require that. No, it won't actually go in there. So it's showing right here. Power is tier 3. Oh. So with this being a power tier 3, we would have to route our... I mean, I think we can make a tier 3 power charger. Wouldn't the not transformer, but right now we have an MFV. So if we make the MFSU, which requires an MFFE or MFE, we could do this. Guys, it works. We hooked in the power into the MFSU, Oh, and it's charging it. That is perfect. So this will accept the power. Meaning that this does have a little bit of charge in it now. And I don't know how to use the jetpack. Is there options in the controls? Wait, what? We need to find out what actual jetpack this is. Gravitation suit. Do we need the whole suit for this thing to work? I really hope not. Otherwise, I feel like I wasted a whole lot of time. Gravity fly key is F for the grav. Alright. So maybe set this to another key that what's F being used for? Gravity. Change caster focus. Let's set that to none and oh no, guys. Yes, that works. Okay. So, we now have a jetpack that all it needs is a little bit of charging. So I'll leave it in here to charge for a little bit. Oh, this is so good. And we're going to find ourselves an icy biome. Hopefully we have enough time. If not, we may have to follow up in the next episode, but we'll see. So, to me, it looks like this bad boy is done. Oh man, it's going to be so cool. So, this jetpack doesn't fit our armor quite well, but it's better than nothing. And, yeah, it now shows we're holding 14 million RF at the moment, which is kind of crazy. That's a lot of power. But let's go ahead and throw some stuff out. I'm going to look, and up at the top right, you can see our energy bar. And I can turn the jetpack on. And this is what it looks like to have your jetpack on. Wow. So, if we had some kind of glider, this would really go good with it. I wonder what else does the GravSuit mod have to offer? There's got to be some other things, right? There's the gravitation engine, which is used for a GravSuit chest piece. Okay. So maybe there's thrusters and stuff that'll allow us to, like, move or propel ourselves forward? Maybe? Yeah, there's some interesting stuff in here. I don't remember this being in here. But I guess it all goes in with the nano suit and stuff like that. But yeah, having this is actually going to be really helpful. So what we're going to do is, in the next episode, we're going to find ourselves a different biome. I do notice if you hold control, you can get some more forward momentum. But of course, the falling momentum you can't really help. But yeah, we're going to head off in one of these directions and hopefully find ourselves a lovely ice biome, because we're definitely going to need one. And we're also going to need a mob imprisonment tool. So, anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed today's episode. If you did, don't forget to click that subscribe button if you haven't already. And also give this video, guys, a huge thumbs up. I really appreciate it. I'll see you guys in the next episode. And as always, thanks for watching.